Good evening and welcome to Real Talk with Tamara. As you guys come into the room, please hit the like button. Also, if you have not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. I hope that you guys are doing okay on this wonderful evening. Um, I decided to do another video. I was going to go live and I was like, I think I just need to do a video and I'll go live about something else, tonight. Um, But again, make sure you hit the like button because the like button helps to keep the video in the algorithm, and also share the video. It helps more people to see the video, and subscribe to the channel. If you have not subscribed to the channel, I want you guys to know that I definitely appreciate you, all of the people that are choosing to subscribe to the channel, all of the people that are making recommendations for subscriptions, and all of the ones that have been here with me from day one, riding this thing out with me, all of my loyal supporters. I want you to know that I don't take it lightly. I truly appreciate you so much. Okay. Now, I wanted to talk about, as the Bible say, war and rumors of war, right? Um, Memphians are bracing themselves for riots. As I said before, I don't pay a whole lot of attention to the news, okay, the Memphis news media. I will look at it, but as far as giving a lot of credence to it, I don't. And I have to say, that's the reason why it just kind of watching Jeremy Pierre a little, I have to take my hats off to him because I think he's out there and he really works to get the truth, right? Working for the police department for so long, I saw how, especially in the past, how things were embellished and just flat out wrong information was given, right? Um, hey, sometimes, you know, depending on a case, they work with the news media. I mean, they work with the police departments to make sure that an investigation is not compromised as far as the information that they put out. But a lot of times they just, the information was wrong, and I would be sitting at home going, that ain't right. So it kind of caused me, for a long time. I'll look at it, don't get me wrong, but I don't believe everything I see. Um, and so there is a young man from Memphis named Tyre Nichols who was pulled over by the police. And then once he was pulled over by the police, there was some brunt force, right? There was some as excessive force. And I want to show you guys this before I get into the commentating, because y'all know I got a lot to say, right? I do. I got a lot to say about this. Hold on 1 second. Um,
Memphis, Tennessee, there was another day of protest over the death of a 29-year-old man who died following a traffic stop. The Tennessee Bureau of Investigation has launched a use of force investigation, and the family is demanding police body cam video be released immediately. CBS's Elise Preston reports.
I am a man.
Tyre was a man.
Tonight, demands for answers in the in-police custody death of 29-year-old Tyre Nichols are growing louder.
This man should be with his family.
Nichols died January 10th, 3 days after his family believes he was beaten by police during a traffic stop. Memphis police are releasing few details, but they say that on the night of January 7th, officers attempted to pull the car over, which led to 2 confrontations. The second after the driver tried to flee. Once under arrest, police said the suspect complained of shortness of breath and was taken to the hospital by ambulance. The initial statement did not indicate force was used. This photo provided by Nichols' stepfather shows Tyre in his hospital bed, badly bruised.
It just feels unreal.
Nichols' family is demanding police body cam footage be released immediately.
We want justice. We want the officers to be charged with murder. We don't want them to just get fired.
And they've hired civil rights attorney Benjamin Crump to represent them.
Well, the family still don't have the answers. Nobody should die from a simple traffic stop.
Now, it's not clear how many officers were involved. The police chief says those officers face an internal investigation concerning policy violations. The mayor says the city is prepared to take action based on those findings. Meanwhile, the family is planning a funeral. Nora?
Elise Preston, thank you very much.
Okay, I wanted to show one more video. Just one more. Another little short one. This is him right here. Lord Jesus. I thought that, let's see. Hold on, you guys. Just give me a moment. I'd be hating to have y'all wait too. Here it is. Okay. Rest in peace to Tyre. My heart goes out to his family, all of the people that was affected. Okay. And somebody called me this morning, and I know what people do is, and I'm not here to defend anybody, is that they like to put a jacket on people's backs, right? Especially all police officers. But all law enforcement officers do not mirror what we just saw, because all of them are individuals, right? And so I got a call this morning from a friend of mine that works for the police department, and he was like, Tam, have you gone out and you might want to go out and start stocking up? And I was like, stocking up on what? He was like, you might want to go start stocking up on food or whatever supplies you need for this weekend. If you, whatever you think you're going to run out of, and just kind of stay in, he says, because, they're saying Memphis is bracing themselves for riots. We've been hearing that there may be some riots. Lisa Marie's funeral is this weekend. And he says, of course, y'all saw on here that they was saying that they wanted them to release the video. He told me that, of course, the video has actually been released. Okay. And he said, Tam, it's ugly. Okay. He said, it's ugly. He says, and the sad thing about it is, they were saying the senior officer out there only had 3 years on. And I think, when you start getting, police officers, and I'm not saying anything about the newer officers, but because of what has happened, a lot of quality, and I'm not saying they're, you might not be getting the quality that you was once getting, because a lot of good officers have either left the department, retired, or because of what's going on, they're just flat out not, being a police officer may not be that dream job anymore, that people really aspired because of the hate that has been promoted, right, by the media. Because you have to understand, all law enforcement officers are not the same, because we have to look to law enforcement officers to get justice for our loved ones. We can't go out there and do it without getting ourselves caught up in something, right? So there are still some good ones, but what I'm hearing, what these people did, these officers did, it was absolutely ugly. And this person, my friend that called me, is high up the rank, and he was very upset about it. Okay, so definitely it's not a reflection, and it goes back to like what they call, like, my friends they're like old heads. When they start talking about, hey, these officers, you get these young officers, they are hotheads. They never intend for somebody to die, but you can't decide that you just gonna be hitting somebody, you know. And he was like, you know, they're saying that it has been released and there are rumors, you know, it's in the atmosphere that there are going to be riots. And I was just telling you because I want you to be quiet. I mean, be careful, and just get out and, you know, get what you need so you can just kind of stay in for the weekend. And so, you know, I think it's a shame that this has happened, especially with the video being released, and to hear him say it was ugly, that it was extremely ugly. You know, nobody should ever be beat to death, right? Nobody should ever be beat to death, whether it's by a police officer or by somebody in the street that's not a police officer. And I think that's one of the things that kind of pisses me off, because, you know, I hear some of the same people who's out there killing and talking about our slide and our ride, and, well, you know, it ain't no rules to the game, you gotta die. You know, the same thing applies on both sides of the fence. When a police officer kills an innocent person, and when you know, a civilian kills a human being, whether there is gang related or not, if the person is not a threat to them. Okay. And so it makes me extremely sad, you know, that this has happened to this young man. They cut his life short for whatever reasons. They did not follow protocol, because I went through the academy and they teach you, they enforce, they give classes talking about brutality and things of that nature. You do practicums so that you will know how excessive to not to be, or not to be, right? So, you know, you know, so a lot of Memphians are bracing themselves. My daughter at her job today, she said that they told her the same thing, and my daughter works in government. You know, to brace yourself. My other daughter, it kind of bothers me, because of where she works at. But hey, if I have to get out and go sit up there with my chopper, you know, where she works at, to make sure, you know, just in case, you know, something go down. Because the thing I don't understand is our people really need to learn how to fight back, right? And going and rioting and kicking out windows and burning up stores and breaking into people's houses, taking their stuff, raping their children, and things of that nature. That's not how you get back at police officers. I have to calm myself down because it makes me mad. Now, you're talking about people who are not productive in society, won't get up and go to work, won't do anything, but they will plan riots to go tear up buildings and go loot and things of that nature, right? And kill other people. What you killing that person for? Because they did this to such and such. The police is to teach them a lesson. I broke in there and raped that woman and took her stuff to teach the police is a lesson because of Tyre. Y'all, that's not how we do it. And the thing about it is, you got people that promote this stuff, and the media is one of it. The media makes a fool out of Black folks. They do what is necessary and push what is necessary in the medias. Okay. It's one thing when you report on it to make people aware. It's another thing when you're consistently instigating and promoting riots so that they can have footage and get millions and millions of views so that they can get the advertisement, right? They get the ratings, they can charge more for the advertisements. That's all it's about. Instead of leaders sitting down, okay, and saying, listen, hey, we bringing awareness to this. What these officers did wasn't right. We calling for them to be fired. We're going to sue the city. And then this is another thing that we're going to do. We're going to be proactive. Okay. So now what we got to do is we got to either demand that the lawmakers make the laws more stringent when police officers commit brutality, just like we got to make sure that we make them stringent when killers that are not police officers do the same thing to another human being, right? So that they cannot get out, right? We got to get some lawmakers that's going to we got to come together and make sure that we get those out who don't want to do it and vet and vote in those that will. That is being proactive. But when we out there rioting, ain't nobody taking no black folks seriously when we doing that. We out there riding. Why you go over there to Tamara's building? I was rioting. But you know, that's a black building. That's a black business. Oh, well, you know, I had to teach the police I had went in there, got all her cameras to teach all the police something. Black power. That's the mentality of our people. But it's a darn shame that crime pays, because guess what? When they tearing up all of, because they wouldn't dare go to the white folks' neighborhood, and I'm not promoting that. All of the black businesses, because a lot of them ain't got cars to go to the black folks' neighborhood. So they tearing up all the damn black businesses in their neighborhood, rioting and looting. So then when they burn up all the stores in their neighborhoods of the black businesses, where they gonna have to go to shop at? Out to the white folks. Now, I had to catch an Uber to the grocery store, way out to the white people's neighborhoods. What happened to the stores in your neighborhood? Oh, you know, black power, we burn it down. Sick. So our people, even though it is a tragedy, and my heart goes out to this family because it was wrong, our people need to be taught how to be proactive. Because we ain't proactive, don't nobody take us seriously. And being proactive is getting up off your ass and getting out voting, vetting and voting, and not letting some nickel slick politician make an ass out of you when he comes to your neighborhood and he ain't did nothing for you. Okay, you tricked me. We voted for you the first time, but you ain't did nothing. You can't come back after I ain't seen you in 4 years with a cheese basket. Instead, they come back with something free, a cheese basket, and the cheese is spoiled. Ooh, that sure is a good man. He came back and gave us a cheese basket. He ain't did a damn thing for the community. Millions of dollars coming to the urban communities, but black people don't watch that. We don't watch the lawmakers. And then we'll blame it all on all the people that we shouldn't be. These police is let straight drop them, get away with something. No, they have to go according to, they have to do what they can do within the perimeters of the law. Look at the lawmakers, but see, a lot of us don't know anything about government, and they want to keep us blinded. They don't ever want us to learn about politics. I can't get out and vote the lines too long. So they want you to think, well, my vote don't count, because they understand whoever controls the politics controls the money. And so they don't ever want us to be involved in that. It breaks my heart that we got all these so-called leaders, okay, that lead us into burning houses, but they never teach us the formula. They keep us going in circles, just going round and round and round in circles. How come we got all these preachers on every corner, but they're not teaching us? You had people before they say he's senile now, like Reverend Jesse Jackson, who sat there with Martin Luther King, and they came up with strategies. So they knew the formula that it took to move a movement. And that was strategy. Okay. That was strategy. And that was that's the same thing, being strategic. I'm looking for another word. I can't think of it right now. Okay. But they all had to be on one accord. There is strength in numbers. But can't nobody, can't nobody be together. Well, he trying to be another Dr. King. He getting all the all the women's is, all the women's is looking at him. We don't want him. We're going to set him up to kill him. Even though God has ordained him to be the one to be out front. Right? Because everybody ain't got the personality to be out front. So people think that they get jealous, and they think that they are less, well, I ain't nobody. Even though if they all came together and strategized, right, they could change a whole generation. They can't do that. They get jealous. He getting too much. Even though the person that God has chosen that knows how to keep the attention of the people, okay, is making progress. People get mad about that. Well, he getting all the credit. Who gives a damn who gets the credit? It's about coming out of bondage. As long as the plan is working. So, yeah, you know, y'all know how I am when I get into that. Memphians are bracing themselves for the riots this weekend. But I hope it don't happen. I hope that what they do is, instead of riots, and they get together and come together and strategize and say, all these lawmakers that ain't doing nothing about stressing police brutality, and it's not making it stringent, the law stringent as it relates to excessive force. We're gonna go to the lawmakers, and if they don't do nothing, they got to know they ain't gonna get another term. But instead, people are sitting up thinking about kicking out windows. Oh, yeah, I had been wanting to break up in her house. You know, they have some nice stuff in that house. I can't wait to ride. They ain't doing it for the right reasons. So a lot of people who are innocent are bracing themselves. How the hell they think they helping that family tearing up the city of Memphis? How you think you helping this young man break it up into some woman's house, stealing her stuff, and then, oh, by the way, you got a big butt, I'm gonna go and rape you too. Black power. How is that? Oh, we tore it up. We tore the neighborhood up. Nigga, that was your own damn neighborhood. You got to live your funky ass in. Okay? So where are the black leaders? You got Ben Crump. He knows. He's smart. Where are the true black leaders to lead our people and teach them? Get into politics. Start watching these politicians, because if you put the right politicians in, you're going to change your life and your generations to come. And if we ain't got no good ones, we're going to start training up some good ones. That's how we do it. But black people don't do that. So as Memphians brace themselves, I've already been warned. My refrigerator stocked. I got all my bullets and all of that. You know, I was supposed to go get my hair done because, child, I got my real hair done freezed up. But hey, if it gets bad, and the media, they said CNN and all of them down here in the Memphis area. I done told my mom and them, I said, well, one thing for sure, if it gets that way, y'all already know y'all gonna cross that state line and come on to Mississippi, because they're gonna be waiting with their rifles. They ain't gonna cross over to Mississippi anyways. That's how you know these folks ain't crazy as they say that they are. Okay. But again, what happened to this young man, everybody should be angry because the officers was wrong. They was dead wrong. And then what we need to do is make sure, okay, that they get everything that they deserve according to the law. You get mad enough to beat a man and kill him, okay? Regardless of whether they try to do it or not, it was wrong. And so there are consequences for that. That's what we have to focus on. And then we have to focus on making sure that we get somebody in there that's going to write the laws up. Because see, if they know that they know what, if they know those laws are hard against stuff like that. And I'm talking about in any state. It ain't going to be no excessive force. They're going to do what's necessary to detain a person and take their ass to jail. Okay? And sometimes if a person is, you know, hey, they try to fight you, you have to go and tackle them down and get them handcuffs on them. But yet and still, they teach you even how to do that in the academy. Mace them on up and take them out. Okay, because they maced us in the academy and we was gagging and everything. That mace and gas ain't nothing nice. Okay, we was falling out all in the yard. That mace ain't nothing nice. It's different. Okay. And so that's what these officers need to understand. You're going to go straight to that penitentiary. You go killing somebody's child because you having a bad damn day. But we have to make sure that we are proactive, and being proactive is not tearing up your own neighborhood. That's what they want us to do. And that's why don't nobody take the black community seriously, because they said, look at them act like a bunch of monkeys. And then they sitting up doing all this and they want us to care about them. Okay. So I'm saying all the Black leaders stand up. Okay, that's one of the reasons why. And a lot of people, before you start lying on me, I just like Coke Figure because I saw him, I saw that leadership in him. Not only does he present what the problem is, but he also comes with a solution. I don't like nobody to just bring attention to a problem and ain't got no solutions. That might be a manipulative person. They try to keep you riled up all the time. Okay. But anyways, you guys, we are bracing ourselves. So make sure you pray for Memphis on top of so much other stuff. It's so much stuff going on, y'all. It's so much stuff going on. And in a world where I have all girls, it definitely bothers me so much. I have to sleep with my weapon near me. I sleep with my weapon in front of me. One in the front, one in the back. Okay. And my little puppy be at the end of the bed. It's a damn shame. It's a shame before God how evil, it's a demonic force walking around the city of Memphis, but I come against it in the name of Jesus. And I'm serious. God, let your warring angels come down. Okay? Because it is a demonic force that has been released in the atmosphere. These folks abducting women and everything. They was abducting young women, young girls. Now they abducting any woman at any age. They're walking up into stores trying to take them off their jobs, abducting them. Okay. So that's why I say continuously pray for Memphis. Okay, you guys. I want you guys to please like, share, and subscribe. Okay. If you would like to donate to the channel, you can definitely do it via Cash App. I appreciate you guys so much. I'll talk with you later.